I found this clip from Global News, and quite frankly, I'm quite sure I know who the mother was. I stayed in a heroin shelter. I had to freaking watch this woman on the floor legally inject heroin into her baby bump, okay? Then she disappeared out of town. She phoned one of the other heroin addicts and said, oh yeah, I've had my baby, everything's wonderful, and I'm living in Princeton. Like, fuck off. You're not living in probably Princeton, you know? And quite frankly, your baby would be a fucking heroin baby. You'd be crying. There's no way that you would give birth and take your baby home. This is probably your baby. Now, that haunts me. It just haunts me. I lost all my pictures that I had when I lost my YouTubes of these porta potties that they lined up in Vancouver, and so many people freaking overdosed. And you know how bad the natives had it, you know, witnessing their fellow students being murdered, being called liars when they try to report it. Yeah, they're fucked up. You expect them to be fucking normal? You're crazy. Lunatics in charge. So I'm going to show you this. This is perfect. It makes me mad. Is there no sound? No sound. Let's see if we can find sound. There we are.
My heart goes out to her, and I hope she gets the help she needs.
I know that girl.
Grief and sadness.
I hope she gets arrested, because if it's the person that I know, she's a freaking psychopath. She even stole someone's dog and then paid someone $20 to walk the dog, told him to go the opposite way of where she stole the dog. The person didn't listen. The owner found the fucking dog. And she was on the ground shooting up heroin. Oh, let me see, what else did she do? She complained she hated her fucking baby. Don't feel bad for her, you crazy.
Overshadows the downtown east side as news of a tragic discovery Wednesday night spreads through the community. The body of an infant was found inside.
This is how they tried to kill us, and you know, with porta potties lined up. Two of them are right next to each other. You know, so many people overdosed. This wasn't the worst. The worst was on Alexandra Street, by a place where people go get their poor people food for $2 each. And there's leaked poo. And then when I made videos and put it on my other YouTube channel, you know what they did? They brought kitty litter for the poo on the freaking sidewalk. And then I made videos of that, and they finally cleaned it up properly.
This porta potty.
My heart goes out to her, and I hope she gets the help she needs and the compassion that should be given.
This is a very nice lady, but she is not right. You know, she's 100% not right. She doesn't know enough. She thinks this is some fucking vulnerable teenager that gave birth in there. No. It's a hardcore fucking psycho.
Be given to her right now in her time of need, and with everything that's going on, instead of
time of need. She was so happy to rid herself of the fucking baby she hated, and took off with her boyfriend, and then came up with a big fucking story.
Persecution.
Vancouver police were called to Main and Hastings around 6 Wednesday evening. Following multiple reports, the body of a newborn baby was found inside a portable washroom. The condition of the child's mother is unknown. Police say they're desperate to hear from her.
We are very concerned for her.
I hate you. I hate you. You never got her. Even though I made videotapes explaining the whole situation, you never even came to that fucking heroin shelter, you fucktards. I know Vancouver police watch my videos. Not one of them went to the heroin shelter. There's only one fucking shit show heroin shelter. I got transferred there from a church fucking bedbug-ridden one, and they promised me my own room. It was a nightmare. The people that run it are complete fucking assholes too. So it was legal for her to inject fucking heroin on the floor, with her back lying on the floor, into her baby bump, you dumb fuck. You should have came and talked to me.
Her physical well-being and her mental well-being.
She was on heroin. She didn't feel anything, stupid. And psychos, there's no fucking cure for.
We want to get her to the hospital and to get checked out.
She may be
well, she survived. She left town.
Someone who's lost children to the system before, had her children taken from her.
Okay, this is a super bitch, and I used to have a YouTube channel just for her. She's had a teenager murdered in her fucking units. I lived in one of her units on Abbott Street, and I had big complaints there. I should put some of these videos up of this. This is like the worst fucking ever landlord. And she gets money from the government. She's evil. You know, I even made a video and said, hey, let's go into a ring, boxing ring. We're similar, you know, boxing ring for charity. Fucking wouldn't even fucking answer.
And was fearful of getting support.
Oh, shut up. You, if someone Googles this, you can Google this. This fucking idiot gave one woman who hated all of her buildings, a heroin addict, native, like 3 or 4 different buildings she hated. Oh, maybe she would have liked the next one and she wouldn't have died. This evil worst landlord ever, Janice Abbott, went on the ground and cuddled her naked, and she put this word in, half-naked brown body, okay? I am pretty pissed off that she fucking even touched a dead body. That's not her race. That was creepy as hell. Oh, and it was on the newspaper. I should find that. Make a video of it. She's evil. Look at it. She's fat. Hey, fucking Janice Abbott. Your hips grew.
ATRIA Women's Resource Society CEO Janice Abbott.
In fact, they only hire drug addicts and drunks for their buildings. They're giving keys. They break into people's apartment. Oh, I had a great video that Janice Abbott, one of her buildings. Okay, one of her buildings, they had the murder around Christmas time, which I've got a video. That was one of her buildings. There's murders there all the time. Let's see, what else? She has needles for the next generation propaganda at her Abbott's fucking, I should put that up, at her Abbott big, women, housing for women and children. And if they don't find a home, within 2 years, they kick them out. They don't even help them find a home. I know a Native woman and destroyed their little relationship with her son, kicked them to the curb after. It's 2 years. You're out now. That was it. Pack up, go. You're out. You got a couple of hours. I saw her crying. She's a victim maker. I told her off. I did a big screaming match when she brought in some university students to show how she's making these shit shows. Oh, yeah, right. They had needles in a drawer at a toddler's level to get the next generation addicted to fucking drugs. That's the only reason why I complained. And these idiots didn't even think that it was an issue that children should be, what, familiar with fucking heroin needles? Oh.
But says there are a lot of questions and concerns for the mother and for other women on the downtown.
Vancouver police, you did a real fucking shitty job. You didn't even try and look for her. There was only a couple of pregnant women. And you didn't even come to the shelter, because you would have known that if you did your work.
Down east side, COVID-19 is exacerbating what is already a challenging.
COVID-19 didn't do anything, okay? Bonnie Henry did, you fucking idiots.
Situation.
Women that we work.
Bonnie Henry's fucking policies. Did you see that? Fucking porta potties. I'm sorry, I'm swearing lots. Right next to each other, but I'm really mad. And I have swearing Tourette's when I came back from the dark side, okay? So I didn't come back normal.
With are often fearful of going
From my medical malpractice where they killed me for 3.5 minutes.
to the hospital because they've often had really bad experiences at hospital.
Nobody has bad experiences like in your fucking building, Janice Abbott. I'm going to have to put your name on here for this.
They lose, like I say, they lose their children. COVID.
She's just purely evil. Purely evil. And in fact, she blocked police from saying exactly what kind of shit show, heroin addict, drug dealing shit she's got going on. Hires criminals, drug addicts. Yeah, you go out and your stuff goes missing because they get a fucking key for every fucking door. You know what? They had such incompetent staff. One broke into my apartment while I'm standing up. She's lucky and pretty clean, didn't have very much on my table. Because I threw everything at my table at her. She was going to Narcan me while I'm standing up smoking a joint. She would have fucking killed me. I'm really fucking scared her out of my room.
COVID adds another layer of sort of fear to that.
No, you retards do, okay? You fucking evil lunatics with your fear porn do?
Already exists.
Abbott describes the pandemic as trauma on top of trauma.
Abbott is trauma on top of trauma. Okay, someone's so happy to get a place, and then her staff traumatizes them.
For this neighborhood. And this tragedy raises...
These fucking idiots know it, too. Every one of these police and these fucking news people know it. They've reported on her. How dare you even put her on my TV, make me want to vomit.
Deeper questions about the availability of resources.
Yeah, this was what they did. None of these idiots at Global News could say, hey, it's a pandemic. Look at the frickin' porta potties in summer.
Services during COVID-19 for women and the rest of the community.
A lot of things have shut down, and
They shut down the bathrooms. Okay, the only people that know how to clean up the streets and the alleys is Hollywood. Thank you very much, Hollywood. You have no idea. Every time I see you guys doing a film in a frickin' alley, I know I could probably even eat off of it. I've seen you bring your little machine that power washes, portable, big, huge. I should say big, huge. You do a fabulous job. These people throw water on it, so it turns into a cesspool.
this downtown east side response is staying hidden. Like, there's all this stuff that's supposed to be.
Oh, what about all the dead bodies? This is a couple years ago, okay? What about all the dead bodies we see? I don't even want to open up my windows till after 10 or 10:30 now.
Here for us, and where is it?
And as for the portable toilets, question is, are they helping or harming? A man was found dead in this one last week, and several others have been set on fire. Many of the units are now
good idea,
locked
set
up.
them on fire.
The city telling Global News
You're
it's evaluating
so
their
pathetic,
use
Global.
in light of the
Global News, you're so pathetic that you couldn't even say that if this was a deadly pandemic, what were you trying to do to us? Kill us? Lunatics. Don't tell me I didn't record that.